10 years of Hamilton. From the very first workshop to now, when you think back on these last 10 years, is there one specific memory that still really touches your heart, whether it's a moment on stage or an interaction with a fan?
I'm glad you said workshop because it made me think back. And I am remembering the day we had a presentation for friends and producers, and I had not yet written the final number. And I woke up at 5 in the morning and it all came out, and I couldn't stop crying while I was writing Eliza's chapter. And I was so grateful that Philippa Sue can read music, because I showed up at 10 a.m. being like, you're going to learn the finale now. And she's like, I am. And every line she was like, she did. She did. And watching Pippa learn that song 3 hours before we sang it for people was like an amazing moment.
Oh my gosh. Well, the cast, the crew, everyone was on it.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I know that the show really resonated with audiences and everyone around the world back then. It still does today. So what do you think about this show still really resonates, especially given today's political climate?
I mean, I think that's the thing about the show is that I think the insight I had while writing the show, because I was not a very good social studies student, I learned a lot to write this show. Ask me a second question about the economy, and I will fail it.
Oh
I learned enough to write this. But I remember really just realizing that the fights they were having at the dawn of our founding are the fights we're still having. There are family fights in the way that the fight you have with your sibling is a grown-up version of a fight you had when they were 6 and you were 3. And so that was really the biggest insight, was like, oh, they're just our problems. They're just the contradictions in the creation of this republic, and we'll never stop debating them. The names will change, the proper nouns will change, but they're the same fights. And so I think it will always hit as long as we're a country.
Yeah, for sure. Very quickly, I know this is a filmed version of Hamilton. Would we ever be open to a movie adaptation of
They'd
Hamilton?
have to top this, and this feels pretty hard to top. So I always say, I never say never to anything, but I also feel like, I don't know, Tommy knocked it out of the park, so I kind of can't imagine topping it.